Well, thank you, Mr. Chairman, and thank you to you and Senator Risch and everyone on this committee who has worked so hard on this legislation. We need a strategy, a whole of government strategy to combat what China is doing, and we have not had one to the extent we need to. This bill is part of that effort to address it in a meaningful way across a variety of aspects of our government. And I appreciate your including two of my amendments in the manager's package. This third amendment, which is Shaheen Amendment number 2, is really based on legislation that was passed out of this committee in 2012 and 2013 by unanimous consent. That was sponsored initially, I was a co-sponsor, but Senator Durbin and Senator Bozeman. And the original bill was called Increasing American Jobs Through Greater Exports to Africa Act. What we have done is to take that legislation and to add Latin America. And the reason I did that is because I was at a Armed Services Committee hearing with Admiral Fowler, who's the head of Southern Command, which includes all of Latin America except Mexico. And he presented this map to us to show us the spreading of Chinese influence that's going on in Latin America. And you can see, you probably can't see from where you're sitting, but there are several things that are really concerning about this. One is the $500 billion trade goal by 2025 that China has in Latin America, the 25 of 31 countries that host Chinese infrastructure projects, the $120 million value of COVID cumulative aid, and it goes on. We will leave this in the corner for anybody who would like to see it, but the red countries are One Belt, One Road members with China. And when we ask the question, so what does the map for the United States influence look like? We don't have an answer yet. And so what this legislation is designed to do is to look particularly at exports in Latin America and Africa, and to try and encourage additional exports, which will not only improve our influence in both of those countries, but it will also contribute to jobs in America. And it does this by adding coordinator roles to develop a target-driven strategy to ensure training for U.S. diplomats and increasing trade missions to both regions. So this not only supports economic development in the regions, it will boost American jobs. I think, as we've all said, China's trade agenda threatens to undermine decades of our investment in Latin America and in Africa, and I hope you'll join me in supporting this amendment. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Senator